I thought I knew how to level in Mists of Pandaria. Grab some quests, spam some dungeons, hit 90, and then worry about the endgame stuff. But I've been preparing for launch, and it turns out you can actually break the game wide open before you even hit max level. I'm talking about secret treasure chests, vegetables that skip future dailies, rare mobs that drop better gear than some dungeons, and professions that literally print gold if you time them right. If you're just blindly charging to 90, you're missing huge opportunities that'll save you hours, maybe days, once you ding. So, if you want to hit 90 in the best possible way, here's what you need to do before you ever see that final level up screen. Look, if you're just leveling through Pandaria, going zone to zone, picking flowers or killing Hosen, that's fine by me. But there are literal piles of treasure lying around the world. Free XP, free gold, and in some cases, free weapons you can mail to your alts. However, some of them are really well hidden, like I walked past this 3 times level of hidden. But when you click them, you get gold, you get bind on account weapons, usable from level 86, you get lore scrolls, which are mini XP boosts, and sometimes gray items sellable for even more gold. For example, one of the treasures is Staff of the Hidden Master, found in a little pond cave near Tian Monastery. You don't equip it if you're melee, but you can send it to your monk alt and look like a total beast from level 86 onward. And every single one of these treasures gives XP. It's like doing a whole quest, but without the hassle. Back when Mists of Pandaria was retail, there was an add-on called Handy Notes that added all the treasure and so forth to the map. I hope they will update it for Pandaria Classic. You're level 85, you've just crashed in Pandaria, maybe you just got out of the Jade Forest, or maybe you're still wondering why a giant serpent just flew through your cutscene. Now here's a wild tip nobody tells you. You should start farming. No, not grinding mobs. I mean literally farming. As in planting vegetables kind of farming. Welcome to Half Hill in Valley of the Four Winds, home of the tillers, some aggressive farmers, and the most relaxed music in WoW history. At 85, you only unlock 4 soil plots. But here's the trick. Plant 1 white scallion and 2 juicy carrots. Why? Because at level 90, when Tiller's daily quests unlock, those exact vegetables are required for the first few rep turn-ins. But if you planted them earlier and harvested them just before hitting 90, you skip the annoying wait time where you'd normally be stuck planting and watering for a day or two. That's free rep and a faster unlock of the full farm 16 plots equals faster cooking mats, gifts, and buffs. Maybe you wonder, but isn't this pointless before 90? Nope, the moment you get access to the market, the quests begin. You'll still get XP for every farming activity, planting, tilling, watering, harvesting. You're not wasting time, you're banking it. By the way, if you're running alts through MOP, repeat this early farm start on each one. By the time they hit 90, their plots are producing materials you'll need for endgame cooking and rep. I get it. You're on a roll, questing through Jade Forest or Kunlai Summit. Why slow down to run dungeons? Here's why. The XP is cracked, and each dungeon gives you bonus rewards the first time you complete them. Just like Cataclysm, you get dungeon quests inside. You get decent loot. You get lore and story progression. And most importantly, it breaks the questing burnout. And if your item level isn't high enough for the dungeon, each zone has catch-up gear vendors. They sell gear for a handful of gold. These vendors are often near the quest hubs or inns. Buy a couple pieces, fix your item level, and you're back in the dungeon queue. Run each dungeon at least once while leveling. After that, focus on questing, treasures, and rares. The first run quests are where most of the value is. Look, I'm not saying liking this video gives you extra reputation with the tillers, but it does increase your rep with me. So, you know what to do. A like and subscribe would be truly appreciated. So we've all turned a corner in World of Warcraft and saw a creature with a silver dragon around its portrait? Obviously, that's a rare mob, and in Mists of Pandaria Classic, they're actual treasure chests with legs. Some give you trinkets, some give you toys. Others just drop impressive loot like gathering gloves or even an XP potion. Back in the day, I used an add-on to find them, something like Rare Scanner. It pops up alerts and a sound when a rare is nearby, and I remember that sound scared the crap out of me every now and then. Anyway, some rares are simple, some are deadly, but most just need a stealth opener or a lucky crit to go down fast. Now this next one, nobody talks about it enough. It's one of the most important unlocks in the entire expansion, and you can do it at level 87. Let me introduce you to the Temple of the White Tiger, and the zone you'll wish you didn't ignore, the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. You're unlocking Golden Lotus dailies, core to early rep grinds, gear, and Mogu storyline, access to Vale portals and major endgame hubs, and key parts of scenarios and pre-raid systems. At level 87, head to Kunlai Summit, near the Temple of the White Tiger. You'll get a short quest chain that tests your worthiness. Basically, it just means kill stuff and not die. Complete it, and you unlock full access to the Vale at 90, no delay. If you wait until 90 to do this, you waste your first day just trying to get in. That's lost time, lost dailies, and potentially delayed access to bonus loot and professions. Do it now, when XP still matters and you get to look smart later. Okay, time to slow it down for a second. You've been killing rares, unlocking endgame zones, planting carrots like a sweaty farmer, but now it's time to go fishing. Literally? Let's talk about Anglers and Cloud Serpent reps. The Anglers are located in Krasarang Wilds, at Angler's Wharf. These NPCs are chill. Too chill. For example, one of them just sits in the water and watches turtles all day. Why should you care? You unlock a water strider mount eventually. You get the fishing raft, which is fun, fast, and lets you cast while floating. And you gain access to daily quests that give XP and rep. You can do the unlock quest at 86 to 87, and once you're in, just one daily every day equals passive progress. The Order of the Cloud Serpent is located in the Jade Forest. These quests start at the Serpent's Heart. This one is special. Raise your own Cloud Serpent with dailies that scale to your level. Unlock Cloud Serpent riding for the mount. But if you're a hunter, this is mandatory if you want to tame Cloud Serpents later. Why start these before 90? Because they take real days to complete. Not playtime, calendar days. The earlier you begin, the sooner you get your mount, your perks, and your dailies rolling in at 90. And if you're a collector or pet battler, these two reps are early gold mines for toys, pets, and achievements. Level 89, you're almost there. The XP bar is basically breathing on level 90. The music in your head is swelling, but before you cross that line, you need to go somewhere gross. Enter the Dread Wastes. It's dark, it's buggy, but not broken. It smells like manted breath and rotting silk, and that's exactly why it's one of the best zones in Mists of Pandaria Classic. The moment you step into this zone at level 89, the Klaxi questline kicks in. These aren't just your average bug people, they're ancient manted paragons trapped in amber. You awaken them one by one like a creepy Pokemon team, and they start giving you gear, lore, and daily quests. And here's the best part. You get 463 item level gear from Klaxi quests. Pre-raid BIS for some classes, you unlock profession patterns, enchants, and valor gear, and you get massive XP for every chain completed. The zone is full of weird storylines about Mantide royalty and betrayal. Really, do this before 90. If you wait until after 90, Klaxi dailies replace the normal quests. You'll miss out on all that easy XP, and the gear upgrades will hit harder if you're still leveling. Despite being bug central, The Dread Wastes is packed with cutscenes, spooky NPCs, and some of the most satisfying quest design in the expansion. 1 minute, you're blowing up hives, the next, you're mind-controlling bug generals. Here's one that even veteran players sometimes forget. You know that war brewing between Garrosh and Varian? The one that explodes during Pandaria's second act? Yeah, that whole storyline technically starts at level 89. If you know where to look, let's talk about the Dominance Offensive, Horde, and the Operation Shield Wall Alliance. Head to your faction's hub in Krasarang Wilds. Horde goes to Domination Point and Alliance heads to Lion's Landing. At 89, a breadcrumb quest becomes available. It leads to a series of story-heavy, cinematic-driven quest chains that set up the entire late Mo-P narrative. You'll see betrayal, corruption, battleships, and a surprising amount of yelling from Garrosh. Firstly, it gives great XP, perfect for that final push to 90, and secondly, it sets up your daily quest hubs at 90 so you're not lost or behind. And thirdly, you get rewarded with things like gear, reputation, unique follower-style NPCs, and actual lore that makes Siege of Orgrimmar make sense. It's like getting early access to Season 2 of your favorite show, and nobody tells you this starts before max level. You want to talk sweaty? Let's talk about cooldowns, specifically profession cooldowns that start ticking the moment you use them. If you're a gold goblin, this section is for you, especially if you're a scribe. Inscription allows you to craft a Scroll of Wisdom, which has a 1-day cooldown. It's used in the creation of Dark Moon cards, which eventually form into Dark Moon trinkets. Best in slot items for many specs early on. Every cooldown missed equals lost progress. Lost gold, lost opportunity. And that's not all. Alchemists have living steel cooldowns. Tailors can make Imperial silk. Engineers have tinker items and bombs. Jewel crafters need serpent's eyes. If you're using multiple professions across alts, activate those cooldowns before you hit 90. Because once you hit max, you'll be locked into gearing, dailies, raids, arena prep, and you'll forget. Cooldowns wait for no one. If you're an herbalist or miner while leveling, don't vendor your mats. Send them to your crafter, even if that crafter is on another account. Having herbs ready for Scroll of Wisdom or pigments is a game changer when the market explodes. You may not become rich overnight, but when Dark Moon Fair rolls around, you'll be glad you planted those carrots and clicked that scroll. And that's it. I know you're smart, and you're sweaty. You're armed with farming carrots and Scrolls of Wisdom. You're ready for leveling to 90. But if you don't like and subscribe, your profession cooldown will reset, and so will your XP bar. Okay, probably not, but I wouldn't risk it.